What's up, guys? It's Meta here with another retro deck profile for Jankmas. Today we're going to look at Junk Doppel Quasar or Pink Plant.
For a redo.
Yeah, you summon this guy. You try to summon this guy.
Quasar.
You do your best to summon that guy.
It's a real shame you don't have that in Tengu.
Same day as Dino Rabbit. Same day as the Rabbit. 3 Junk Synchron. It's like the main play is that in this guy where you do this, summon a level 1 tuner, and then summon this. I'll kind of like show the play after.
The basic combo.
There's a bunch of ways to summon it. This card is part of it. But like you need you quick draw and then the unknown. These are the other like synchro guys. There are like other ways to get to it, but like there's like one like main way. But you need like other plays where like when you don't have it, you're not sitting there like, all right, pass. All right, I'll get there eventually. And then the level eater, which you just need
goes hard.
Yeah, you just need it. You need it to combo with this guy for the play. You play Foolish. You play like Rykos and stuff to mill it, so you have like
and 1-for-1.
Yeah, you have a non-tuner 1-for-1 target. Plant cards. We don't have Bulb, so we got these 3 guys. I wish we had Bulb, but we don't have Bulb. But we do have the card that was $10 for a solid decade.
Good old Naturia Cherries.
Cherries. Yeah, this is like a decent turn 1 play where you can set it and then get the other guys, and then you at least have 1 on board. So it's like left with a level 1 tuner. It's kind of like
when you Lonefire turn 1, are you going for cherries? Or are you just?
It heavily depends on your hand because sometimes you need this and this because you have the quick draw to where this is going to be the thing.
Yeah.
Then you just do it so this is in your graveyard, and you banish this and that's the 5. We'll get there when we get to the play. The play. But yeah, this is like leaving like the goblin zombie on board against zombies and like Edison, where it's like, oh, you left them the guy, they're gonna kill you now. So sometimes that can happen, but it's been a hot minute. Card's not that great, but it works. The aforementioned triple Ryko, just because we need like a mill to put in our graveyard and to like pop back row so that we can like play the game, because there's just like not a ton, and it's a light because you play that guy.
BLS.
But it's also a level 2 non-tuner target. That lets you make Frozen Fitzgerald, which is kind of fun with Junk Synchron. But yeah, BLS, again, you just need a card that's like a blowout. If they like do something, then you're just like, all right, they responded. Cool, this card. So
yeah, like, oh, there goes my Quasar. BLS.
Yeah, BLS, yeah. Gorz, because you don't play any traps. 2 Trags. The level modulation comes up quite a bit, where, again, if you just leave a monster on board, that's all you really need sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes this deck just needs something to work off of.
2 Veiler, it's a light, it's a level 1 tuner. That's like, so like, a lot of times, like if you're going second, like this opens up the Junk Synchron play. Like they like will do something and you just go Veiler and then your Junk Synchron's light when you go second. That's
same with Maxx, right?
Yeah, same with this card. So like this gives you a play, but if you have the Doppel Warrior or like the roto to get the Doppel Warrior, you have with the Veiler, you have quote unquote the play where you draw 2 cards. Yeah, and then that's it for the monsters. But yeah, the Maxx is better than Veiler, but Veiler's a light level 1 non-tuner or tuner that allows you to do the play. 3 tunings so that you can go ahead and search all the guys. I see some lists play 2. I guess with the unknown in quick draw, it just makes sense to have like
all 3.
Yeah, it just makes sense. And then other search cards are Rhoda in charge. This puts stuff in your graveyard, so you can like put plants in your graveyard or put the level leader in your graveyard. This can also get Doppel Warrior, which is like important. 1-for-1. This for when your play inevitably falls apart and you want to do it again. Dandelion, Spore,
level eater.
Yeah, you just have
Foolish does a lot for this deck.
Yeah, it's a fine -1 mind control, so you can do it with your opponent's guys. So this is like if you're a monster short, sometimes you're just not. Trinity stuff because they're really good. Again, this is the extender that wins you the games a lot of times, and then the last 2 main deck monsters are the back row removal, or spells and back row removal. So that's pretty much it. So
because you don't like back row.
You don't like back row, yeah. Like I don't have a side deck built, but your side deck is mostly just like the 3rd Veiler and 3 Decrees.
Stuff to keep your opponent from interrupting you.
Essentially, yeah. The extra deck, it's all synchro monsters. There wasn't room for any exceeds, and there's no reason to put them in there. Some old lists like play like the 2 tour guides and Sandgain, so you could play like Zen Mains or something and like Leviair, but like you don't have the room. If you're on like the quick draw stuff, you need to play the quick draw guys. So this, you need this for Quasar, you need this to draw cards, because you need 4. You need generic 5s. This is the most important one. Like, yeah, this is good. This is the most important the most important.
Because that card says draw cards.
It's this like a lot of times you'll start the play without Quasar and then you'll end the play with Quasar because you drew cards. This because you need a 5 with level leader with quick draw, so you just need something to make this because you can. This card is like good on its own. So the fact that it's 25-25, but you make it with Junk Synchron and Ryko because it's Dark Tuner beats Monster. The only 6 you play is Drill because you need that. I cut Debris Dragon. But so I don't play Iron Chain or Orient Dragon, and then I don't play Ancient Fairy. I just play this, and then because I wanted to play this, and I don't think Debris is like really good right now. Like it doesn't like advance like the games that you want in this deck. Like you want to be able to do stuff. Like you sometimes have a hard time with Zen mains, so this card can like deal with that. Or like Maestroke, you like can't go for your game through that because like Quasar doesn't really stop those. You stop Zen mains like the activated effect, but it doesn't stop like the protection. Same with Maestroke because they don't activate. So this can like take the materials off of that. Again, if they're like trying to like Utopia through, you can do stuff like that. This card, yeah, whatever. Scrap Dragon, again, decent card. Again, these are like, I don't know, without the Debris Dragon, like these are like
a little less accessible.
Yeah, but they're not necessarily accessible, but like
because you want to prioritize. If you're making an 8, you're normally trying to go for one of the other ones.
Yeah, so these aren't like mad important, but like you have the room. The card that we cut was we cut the Mistworm, so like maybe one of these, but like these cards are still good. Like this lets you keep playing, but like again without the Debris they're not as accessible, but you can still make them. But mostly like I wanted to make sure that I had room for these.
Yeah, Scrap Dragon could almost be Junk Destroyer, but Scrap is still good on its own.
Yeah. So again, yeah, it's just the debate, and then the heavy hitters, which is like what you play this deck for. This guy and this guy. You play, I think, I can't remember, it's 11 tuners? 11 or 13?
A lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So make sure you're like, if you're going to do the attack thing, make sure you do your math with your tuners to figure out as like, because you can end up with 0, which is kind of funny.
Don't do the attack thing.
Yeah, don't do the attack thing.
It's what, mill 5?
Yes, the top 5, yeah. So the play is this with any.
So this is the play to get.
Any
is this
level,
Quasar or just draw 2?
Just the draw 2, and then I'll show you like the variation because it's pretty self-explanatory. And then this guy. So this guy summons any level 1 back, which summons this, and then this becomes
Unknown could be Valor or
any level
Naturia
1, any level 1 tuner, yeah.
Valor, yeah.
And then that gives you wherever the hell the Librarian is, and then you get 2 tokens, and you do this with one of the tokens.
And you make Formula with...
And you make Formula.
And you still have a token left.
You get 2 cards, you draw 2 cards, and then you have just like a random token. And then so this can be, with this token, you can either banish with a Spore, banish Lonefire or Dandylion for Spore, and that's a 5.
So Quasar.
So this is Quasar, so then you just make Catastor, because like I said, you need generic 5s, so you just make Catastor. Or you could ignore that and you could do wherever our boy is. This guy with a level eater.
Yeah.
And then you can make Drill or Junk Warrior, and then like you can level eat this and then make Drill, or if you've already gone, because like again you need the option. But this can be 4, and then you could do 6/4, and that's Quasar, or you can do Junk Warrior and that's 5/5, and this is Quasar. But these are both Quasar as well, and then you just have the token. But it's like 8K, so it doesn't matter. And that's just like the play. That's the easiest way to make it. But you draw 2 cards, so a lot of times you'll be like, you don't have it, but then you'll draw Reborn, or you'll draw this, or you'll draw Foolish Burial,
or tuning into,
or tuning in, or tuning or something, and you're like, okay, now I have it. So like that's like the thing about it, where it's like if you're gonna draw off this and then draw off this, and then you get to make another guy, and then you draw again, and then a lot of times you can like just like keep going because you just accumulate more and more and more cards. You can just keep going and like end on like Quasar Stardust or something ridiculous where you just like keep going. Like there are times where you'll like end Quasar plus Guy plus like 5 still in hand because you've kept going, and then that's the reason you play like hand traps over traps, other than like giving them nothing really to MST, like make their heavy and MST dead. But you can then draw into your hand traps. It's kind of like the old if you've ever played like Dragon Ruler format, where the idea was you you like do your play and then you end on your Draco sack or your tokens or whatever, and then you rejuve into the hand traps.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the same scenario where you just like, okay, you draw.
You're just cycling.
You cycle 2, and then you draw into your defense, your Trags, you draw into your Gorz. And then that's how you play if your play falls apart. Where like,
and even if like you don't get any extenders off of Hyper Librarian and Formula, like you still drew 2 cards and you can make Black Rose on your opponent's turn.
You can make Black Rose on your opponent's turn, or again you still have the floating token, which is where
8.
the Stardust comes into play. The Stardust scrap,
yeah.
Like because you can still make your Stardust. Like okay, I didn't get what I needed to get. I can still make a card that's pretty good turn 1, or wherever you are in the game state, and that's kind of the point of still playing those cards where you can still make something. Of relevance that's a generic, because again you do need generic cards despite cards like this. You still have to play generic cards, which is why the extra deck is so tight, and which is why our boy Mistworm couldn't make it to the party. That's pretty much the whole deck. Like I said, the sideboard it's not really, I don't have one for
back row
this deck, but it's mostly just 3 row of the Krees. That's your standard like Gemini and stuff, but like. You need the 3rd MST for Rivalry and Gozen and all that shenanigans because you also lose to those cards too, just like windups. You're basically playing white windups.
Because you don't have any XYZs.
No exceeds, yeah. So they're playing black black combo, you're playing white card combo, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.